Satnam and many blessings. Today we're going to talk about the Maha Mantra. Maha Mantra, the great mantra. In the Sikh tradition, sometimes this mantra is known as the Sri Mantra or the Raj Mantra. The mantra of all the mantras, the Maha Mantra, which is Vaheguru Mantra. Now before we go into the Vaheguru Mantra, just let me share what mantra is. Mantras are living conscious energy. Mantras are living conscious energy, but they are asleep. They are asleep. You have to awaken them. And the process of awakening the mantra is known as japa. Japa or japa. Japa in very simple translation will mean chant, to repeat, to say the word again and again. But if you go into the nad of the word japa, ja and pa. Ja is the sound of the fourth chakra. Ja is the sound of the fourth chakra, which means devotion. And pa is the sound of the second chakra, which means pleasure. So japa is that which elevates you from the world of pleasure to the world of devotion. It is one of the most important limbs of bhakti yoga. And when the japa, when you start chanting so much that the mantra becomes intensified japa becomes tapa, which comes from the word tapash, which means psychic heat. So japa creates tapa, psychic heat, and the psychic heat burns karma. And when the karma is burned, dharma is found. So japa is the first step. If you want to walk on the path of dharma, you have to start from the japa. And japa, you can jap as many, mantras as you want. But this is beautiful mantra which was given by Guru Nanak. And Yogi Ji in one of his lectures, he mentions that Guru Nanak perfected Vaheguru Mantra in the ethers. Vaheguru Mantra in the ethers. Now, if you dive into this beautiful, statement that Sri Singh Sahib Yogi Ji gave, and you try to research on this, what actually he meant. So when I tried to research it, I found a beautiful sutra, a very similar sutra by Guru Gobind Singh. By Guru Gobind Singh, the 10th master, he writes in Sarblo Granth. Sarblo Granth was one of the scriptures written by Guru Gobind Singh in his previous life, according to the oral tradition. In that great scripture, the Sarblo Granth, on page 642, Guru Gobind Singh mentions Kalpa Patra Akshar Kahi Sri Guru Nanak Japyo Sahi. Kalpa Patra Akshar Kahi Sri Guru Nanak Japyo Sahi, which is very similar to what Sri Singh Sahib said. It means Guru Nanak in the beginning of the time, in the beginning 4 kalpas, the first kalpas before the creation, Guru Nanak meditated on each sound of the Maha Mantra, Vaheguru. In first kalpa, he meditated nothing but wow. And the second kalpa, he meditated on He. The third kalpa, Gu. And on the fourth kalpa, Ru. Now what is a kalpa? There are 4 ages. The yogis divide the time into 4 ages, and which is the Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and the Kali Yuga. Now, when these 4 ages comes, when these 4 ages are together, it is known as Maha Yuga. When Maha Yugas come 1,000 times, it is known as 1 Kalpa. And if you want the exact numbers, the number will be 4.32 billion solar years. So for 4.32 billion solar years, Guru Nanak meditated on Va, And again, in the next 4.32 billion solar years, Guru Nanak meditated on He and then on Gu and on Ru. And this Maha Mantra, from this Maha Mantra, the different avatars, the different enlightened beings of the different ages gave the specific mantra for each age. And Sri Singh Sahib Ji, Yogi Ji gave a very beautiful translation of this Maha Mantra in English. He translated it as, wow, wow, I am the Great Spirit. Wow, I am the Great Spirit. This is the meaning of this mantra as far as Vedanta is concerned, as far as the teachings of non-duality is concerned. The Nirmala sages of the Guru Gobind Singh's tradition have given 500 meaning to the mantra Vaheguru, just Vaheguru, 500 meaning. As I said, the mantras are living, and when they awaken, uncountable things come out of it. It's like a lotus flower when it blooms, So that's exactly what mantra is when it's awakened. So one of those many meanings of Vaheguru mantra, just one meaning, just to understand what it means. Vah means ecstasy. Wow, Wow is an expression which is beyond words. When all words have failed, when you can't describe your experience, all you can say is wow. That's the meaning of Vah, the first part of the mantra, Vah, which means ecstasy. He means in the here and now. And Guru means divine wisdom. So Vahe Guru means ecstasy of the divine wisdom in the here and now. That is what Vahe Guru means. Now Yogi Ji also referred to this mantra as Trikuti mantra. Trikuti mantra, which is the mantra of the third eye, where the Ida and the Pingla and the Shushmana, where the Ganga, the Jamna and the Saraswati, the three sacred rivers in you unite. The 72,000 rivers in you, or 72,000 nadis in you. Batua ek bahatra adari. It's mentioned in the Sri Guru Granth. Now, the most important among all the 72,000 nadis is the Ida, the Pingla, and the Shushmana. So, where the Ida and the Pingla and the Shushmana meets, that is what is known as Trikuti. And this is the mantra of Trikuti. Directly hits the seed of your consciousness, the seed of your soul right here. So this is the Trikuti mantra. And there are many ways to chant this mantra. Many sages have given beautiful ways to chant. And Sri Singh Sahib Yogi Ji have also given many ways to chant this mantra. And one of those beautiful ways to chant this mantra is to break this into three segments. Va, He, Guru. This is Trikuti. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, the creator, the preserver, and the destroyer. Vaheguru. When you are chanting Vaheguru, the He should be extended. Yogi Ji mentions that He is the nucleus of the mantra Vaheguru. He is the most important sound in the mantra. He is referred to as Nad Surat. He in the mantra is referred to as Nad Surat. Nad Surat is the sound which when chanted vibrates your Shushmana, the central nerve, the spiritual nerve, the soul nerve, the path through the Bhagavati or the Kundalini will travel. So Vaheguru. I'll just show you 3 times and you can just practice this at home. Vaheguru. Let's close the eyes and just chant 2 more times. Focus on the third eye. Hands you bring into Gyan Mudra, the mudra that seals the ego to the Guru. So this is the ego. The thumb represents the ego, and this finger, Jupiter finger, is the Guru finger. So your higher self. So the lower self unites with the higher self. You go into Shunya, you go into 0 point, and then the universe can enter you. So eyes are closed. You focus on the Trikuti in the third eye, And we inhale and we chant this mantra in 3 segments. Let's do it together for 2 or 3 times. Waheguru. 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 Let's chant 2 more times. Waheguru. Waheguru. And you inhale, and you hold your breath, and you focus on your third eye, and just let the prana channel. Hold and slowly exhale. So this is one of the many ways to chant the Maha Mantra Vaheguru in its Trikuti form. Now, Satnam. So I invite you to this beautiful science to be part of this beautiful gathering at the sacred land of Sri Singh Sahib Yogi Espanola, where many beautiful yogis and seekers will come. We will sit and meditate to gather and dissolve into this beautiful technology, into these beautiful teachings. Meditation and Kundalini Yoga as taught by Sri Singh Sahib Yogi Ji, along Guru Nanak's teachings from the Sufi tradition, from the Tibetan tradition, from the Nath tradition, from the Kashmiri Shaiva tradition, from the Sikh tradition, and from the Sanatan tradition. So Guru Nanak belongs to all. So come and be part of this beautiful Yogi Mela. And so I invite you to be part of these teachings. And the website is www.soulanswer.com/yogi_mela_2014.html. Satnam and many blessings.